Alright, so I got in my Gunship Mark II today. I already opened it up, but I wanted to show you what everything's in there. It comes with this nifty little card here. Let's see if I can't get it up here. It's an operations manual, they call it. It has your basic rules, setup. There's the layout of our Mark II. And it talks about your weapon pods and all the other upgrades. So this is what you get with the Mark II. You get your carrier. You have the actual Mark II itself. It has weapons pods instead of wings. It's a little more heavily armed. You only get 3 main weapons, but you get 2 torpedo launchers now. Then you have your card to represent your gunship during the game, and a card for your fighter squadron, as well as your fighter squadron damage tables. Now the neat thing about this is the entire thing is reversible. And there's yellow on the back of everything. So you can opt to use a yellow or an orange gunship, so you can have some differentiating there. The back of the gunship card itself, of course, is your landed model. So they actually gave you 2 cards, one for the yellow, one for the orange. Everything else can be flipped between the yellow and the orange. We're just going to leave it on orange for now. The one thing kind of sucks is it doesn't come with a die to count down the shields and hull on the carrier, but any self-respecting gamer has a D12 laying around. It's not that hard to come by, so it's not that big of a deal. And I even went with an orange one so it matched the ship. Onto your upgrades, you get the same standard upgrade package that comes with the normal gunships. You have your shields, and these are also reversible between yellow and orange. And you get your same basic weapon options. Like I said, we only have 3 weapon mounts instead of 4, so instead of your left and right weapon pod on the front and then your wings, you have a left and right weapon pod in the back here, and you have your nose. Which have your same options for the nose, ion cannon and blaster cannon. We have the same options for our weapon pods here. You got ion and blaster for this one, an ion and blaster for the other, and again these are reversible, yellow and orange, so you can use the proper one for whatever ship you're using. And then we also get a pair of missile pods. The missile pods are kind of cool. They're very similar to the thruster bomb. In fact, they're almost identical, but they give you 2 shots instead of 1 basically. Expansion also comes with the equivalent of the upgraded weapons pack expansion. So you've got your heavy blaster cannon, auto blaster cannon, and heavy ion cannon. Drawback is these are all nose mounted, where in the other one they were pods, so you could run one of each. I think they even came on opposite sides specifically so you could do that. So you can only run one of these on here. Got ion missiles and homing missiles. Defense turret, bomb bay, most of these are all the same right out of the other expansion. Weapons generator, advanced power generator, the advanced shield generator, and they give you the extra shield token, you need to use that. Then you get your normal carrier upgrades, the extended shield, the heavy defense cannons, and the ion cannon battery. Got your heavy armor, and then your fighter reserves and fighter ace. So everything's here that's comes with the other ones. Couple minor complaints I had. I really like it. I like the addition. It's something new. They used a much thinner cardstock. The actual pieces themselves are on the same cardstock that's used for the actual cards. So it's extremely thin, not nearly as durable as the normal gunships are. So that was kind of depressing. I think it had to do something with the fact that they're double-sided. It was probably something with the printing. Everything's made out of that thin material. Not a huge deal, just it's going to hurt the durability in the long run. I do enjoy it. It plays a lot different than your normal gunships. Hit locations are pretty similar. As far as feel is alright. Once you get into the actual assaulting the carrier, it is a huge difference. The ability to play 2 torpedoes a turn is a big deal at the cost of 1 other gun. Definitely worth it. So definitely interesting. I can't wait to see some more of the expansions like this come out, new ships. There's another Mark II already on the way, as I mentioned before. And one last thing here, just because somebody was asking for a size comparison. They're almost identical as far as size goes. And here you can really see the difference in the thickness of the material between the old gunship boards and the new one. I mean, obviously there's no flex to this thing at all, where this you can see. So like I said, I'm sure it had something to do with the double-sidedness. But as far as size goes, it's the same exact size, fits right in the original box with no problem. So all in all, really like the Gunship Mark II. I think it accomplishes what it was meant to be, is a slightly different but not overly more powerful version of the existing gunships. In a one-on-one dogfight, I think the older gunships actually have a advantage, whereas when you're attacking a carrier, you're going to have the advantage in this one. They play well together. I could see a great combo of using this alongside with the regular gunship, playing 2-on-2, and having each person have one of each, or each side have one of each. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. Even 2-on-2 using just these is kind of fun. Minor complaints: the die not coming with the carrier. Not a huge deal. Everybody has a die 20 laying around. No punch-out tokens to represent the ships like you could get for the original ones. Again, a cosmetic thing, not that big of a deal. Hopefully they do that with the Mark II that's coming with afterburners, just because it's nice to have. I mentioned that the material that the cards are made out of is a much thinner, not nearly as durable. Again, I believe that was done because they are double-sided, but would have liked to have seen that be a little more consistent. And you don't get the armor cards, which I think is just an oversight. They really would have been nice to include in there, but at the same time, you're using this in place of your normal gunship, so you're already going to have some laying around. Same goes for the damage tokens for your fighter squadron. It doesn't come with any of those, but again, you're not using your normal fighter squadron, so you're going to have the extra tokens from that. All in all, it's a good expansion, definitely worth picking up. They go for about $15 or so if you can find one. The new one's going to be a little bit more. Ground attack Mark II that's coming out with afterburners. And as soon as I get my hands on one of those, I'll be doing a review for that too, so stay tuned.